So here is the situation, guys. Despite the global RAM market going mental, Nintendo says the Switch 2 is not getting more expensive for now. According to Nintendo's president Shuntaro Furukawa, the current RAM madness has no immediate impact on earnings. This comes as RAM prices are expected to spike hard through 2026, thanks to companies like Samsung, Micron, and SK Hynix funneling memory toward AI data centers instead of gamers. PCs are already feeling it. RAM, SSDs, everything's getting pricier. So naturally, people assumed consoles were next on the chopping block. But Nintendo's response, they were calm, they're unbothered, they're even slightly smug. But let's not just get comfy just yet, because no immediate impact is not the same as never. While the gaming industry is running around like their pants caught fire, Nintendo is doing the exact opposite, being chill, cool, and unfazed. And if you think there is a grand secret behind Nintendo's calmness, I'd have you know their strategy is much simpler than that.
Ready for this?
Nintendo is boring and conservative with money. They don't buy parts like most companies do. They don't live quarter to quarter reacting to market spikes like a panic-driven day trader. Nintendo operates on medium to long-term projections, which means they bought this stuff years ago. RAM, storage, components, Nintendo locks in supply early, in bulk, and often at pre-spike prices. So when the RAM prices shot up in 2025, Nintendo didn't scramble to outbid AI companies. They simply had warehouses and remembered.
Right, we already have this, you noobs.
This conservative approach is also why Nintendo can confidently say the Switch 2 pricing won't change in the meantime, because RAM, guys, as you know right now, is very expensive, but the cost hasn't hit Nintendo yet. Their safety stock acts like a financial shield. Short-term volatility? Someone else's problem. Nintendo already paid retail yesterday. Compare that to other hardware players who, buy closer to launch windows. If RAM spikes, they feel it suddenly. Margin shrinks, pricing pressure builds, and suddenly you're having tough but necessary conversations with consumers. Nintendo avoids all that drama by simply not playing that game. And to top it off in a, let's say, sort of a comedic sense, guys, this isn't like an innovative move from their part. Nintendo is being aggressively risk-averse. They've always hated sudden shifts, whether it's tech trends, online infrastructure, or spending, money fast. The same company that drip feeds features like cloud sales also drip feeds financial exposure.
It's basically consistent to a fault.
So while PC gamers are refreshing checkout pages and praying RAM prices dip, Nintendo is accidentally becoming the most fiscally responsible adult in the room. And trust me when I tell you this, it's not because they want to save you the money, but because they hate surprises more than they love innovation. That being said, Nintendo isn't immune to price hikes forever. This strategy doesn't erase rising costs, it just delays the pain. Their safety stock is not infinite. I mean, warehouses empty, contracts expire, and once Nintendo has to re-enter the market at modern prices, the math changes very quickly. But we'll talk about that in a second. Right now though, Nintendo is insulated. They're relaxing. They're watching everyone else deal with Ramageddon while they're quietly sitting in the corner like a goblin hoarding its valuable freaking loot. The good news is the panic hasn't reached them yet. The bad news, it doesn't mean that it won't, because once those stockpiles run low, the conversation, let's say, changes 180 degrees, guys. Allow me the honor of ripping off the band-aid. The Switch 2 will probably get expensive at some point. Now, I'm not saying it's going to get expensive tomorrow. I'm not saying it's going to get expensive next week or even next month. And don't worry. Nintendo won't give you a heart attack with a stealth price hike right after launch. To further elaborate on my previous point, safety stock running out does not mean we should panic now. It means, guys, eventually Nintendo has to re-enter the market and start buying RAM at whatever jacked up price the world is charging at the moment. And unfortunately, gamers and gamerettes, the world has decided RAM's sole purpose is freaking AI. Memory manufacturers have already said this shortage is expected to drag on beyond 2026, which is extremely huge. That means even if Nintendo launches comfortably priced, there is a very real clock ticking in the background. The moment those long-term contracts expire and those warehouses start echoing,
bring on the atomic spice chicken because things are about to get heated very freaking quickly.
Realistically, guys, if a price hike happens, the most likely window, and that's only my prediction, is 12 to 16 months post-launch. Why, you might ask? Because by then, the install base is locked in. Early adopters already bought, retail momentum is stable, and Nintendo can spin the narrative as market conditions. This is classic Nintendo behavior. They don't usually hike prices at launch, guys. That looks bad. We know it looks bad. They wait until the console is a known success. Once millions of players are already in, suddenly a $50 bump doesn't kill sales.
It just annoys Reddit and Twitter.
And this is why I think early adopters are the safest buyers. If you grab a Switch 2 near launch, you're almost certainly paying the lowest price that console will ever be. Waiting might, and keyword here is might, save you money. But historically with Nintendo, guys, as we all know, waiting usually just gets you a bundle and a head jump from freaking Mario. Nintendo has no problem whatsoever adjusting prices after momentum is established. I mean, guys, they did it with the original Switch when market conditions got rough. And they've already tested the waters by raising accessory prices thanks to tariffs. And let's be very, very clear. Nintendo has straight up said that when costs go up, they pass them to consumers. That's not speculation. That's just their policy. With all due respect to you guys, they're not gonna eat long-term losses for your feelings. So don't think of it as a doom scenario. It's just, it's just a delayed reality. The Switch 2 is safe for now because Nintendo planned ahead. But planning ahead doesn't beat economics forever. It just buys you time. If you're worried about price hikes, don't worry guys. The danger zone isn't the launch itself. It's year 2. That's when the calm voice in Nintendo's head that's saying, don't hike, quietly turns into,
Due to market conditions.
what do you guys think about this? Will Nintendo find a way to abstain price hikes, or is it just an inevitable link bonk to the freaking head? Drop your thoughts down below.
And I will sell you my 1996 Nintendo 64 for a measly $1,000.
And guys, thank you once again for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content in the future. Take care and I will see you in the next one.